Come out. Come out. Come out to us.
Stand up.
Come out to us now. Come on.
Tense moments this morning when a man accused of killing his mother was arrested in a homeless encampment. This after a 24-hour manhunt. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office says they took 37-year-old John Ayler into custody. Deputies were called to a home on Silvercrest Lane in Brandon. That was Monday morning.
10 Tampa Bay's Hannah Deneen has been following this story and spoke with Ayler's sister, the victim's daughter, just hours ago.
Hillsborough Sheriff Cronister says early Monday morning, John Ayler crawled through the doggy door of his mother's home here, breaking in to rob her. Then a dispute led to him stabbing and killing her.
My brother took my mom from me for the rest of my life.
Unfathomable. Christina Blair seen here moments after learning her own brother was accused of killing their mother, 64-year-old Julie Ayler.
He acted like he had no remorse. He didn't care that he killed my mom.
Christina says her brother battled drug addiction for years.
He's a great guy when he's sober, but then when he gets high, he's like this monster.
But a mother's unconditional love kept him coming around. Julie caring for him just days before her death.
She let him take a bath. While he was in the bath, she made him a couple sandwiches and told him, "You still have to go, son. I love you, and I don't like to see you like this."
She was just caring and loving, and she just wanted the best for everybody, all of her kids.
Christina's daughter, Jalen, and John's 10-year-old daughter were at the house when their grandmother was killed.
I didn't know what to do.
He stabbed and killed the very individual who his 10-year-old daughter could depend on.
For this family, they say there will be no forgiveness.
And I will seek the death penalty for my brother, just like he did my mom.
Ayler has an extensive criminal history, but the sheriff's office says this is his first violent crime. He faces charges of first-degree murder and armed burglary. In Brandon,
subject to murdered his own mother. John Ayler's 37 years of age. His path of criminal activity started in 2003. He's been arrested at least 24 times for theft-related charges and drug-related charges, as he was truly an addict. Yesterday, around 4:30 in the morning, a little before 4:30 in the morning, Jake, who he's commonly referred as, decides he's going to break in once again to his mother's house. He does so by crawling in through the doggy door. He has done so on several occasions. He will break in the middle of the night and steal whatever he can get his hands on. This is a family. This is a mother who's been taking care of his child since she was born 10 years ago. So as he's been in and out of jail since 2003, she's been the caregiver. She's been the person who his daughter can rely on as her guardian, as the person who makes sure that she has the basic essentials in life. We believe that he breaks in yesterday. He arms himself with a knife and goes to her bedroom. And that's where we believe the argument ensued over what he could steal. Not being happy or content on what he could take that day or that morning, he stabs his mom at least one time in the chest. That one time was a fatal blow. This 10-year-old and another teenager who's living within the residence, who's also a family member, is awakened by their grandmother's screams for help. She's now begging her son, the very person who just fatally stabbed her, as she's dying, and pleading for him to help her. Jake, help me. Jake, help me. That's what these poor children wake up to last night. She's panicking. She's dying. She needs help desperately. She crawls out of her bedroom and crawls over to the teenager's bedroom while she is making pleas for her to call 911. This 16-year-old has already called for help, and help is on the way. But unfortunately, as fast and quick as first responders arrived on scene, she had already succumbed to that fatal stab wound She lost her life yesterday. I normally don't get in front of the media when it comes to a homicide. It's not because as a society or as a sheriff or sheriff's office we should ever become desensitized to the act of homicide. But this is why I'm here today. This is our 14th family-related homicide this year already. We had 16 for the entire year last year. As a law enforcement agency, as a sheriff, you have a blueprint to reduce violence. If it's as a result of drug-related violence, gang-related, human traffic-related, robbery-related, whatever it is, we have a blueprint to reduce violence, to make sure that violence doesn't occur on these types of crime. But family violence is a silent crime. There is no blueprint. The only way we can stop these type of crimes is if you are a victim of family violence and you make that courageous step to ask for help. I say it time after time. We are so fortunate that we live in a community where help is available. Phenomenal resources like the Spring of Tampa Bay. But the only way that we're going to stop family violence is if you have the courage to say enough is enough and you ask for help. That's my plea today. Stop what you're doing, stop immediately, and ask for help before it's too late. What questions can I try to answer this morning? He had not that we know of. Again, he had no violent history until he did, and that was yesterday. Yeah, I think what makes it really, that makes this, every loss of life is tragic, and every one of us in this community should realize the toll that takes. But I think what makes this so egregious is he stabbed and killed the very individual who his 10-year-old daughter could depend on. She didn't have a lot. They lived frugal. And when I mean frugal living, I mean frugal living. But whatever she had, she shared raising his daughter. And he took her life. And to get to your point, I think that's what makes this so tragic. This 10-year-old who provided, who relied and depended on the only constant in her life being her grandmother is now gone. What happens to her? The ripples of this violence will go on forever in this child's eyes. Thank you, everyone. Have a great and safe day.